Hello everybody and welcome to my page Messages from Venus. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day wherever you guys are. So this video is going to be in regards to why I am not doing spell work for people as of right now. Trust me, it will resume. However, due to me not having the space that I need to give you the spell work that you desire or that you are used to, you as a querent, you as a viewer, you as a client. Some clients require to see the work, to visually see the work that you're doing, but like the physical candle lighting up, the progress, the etc. Every day you need an update every day, right? Which is fine. That's not a problem for me. But there are spellcasters such as myself that can do it. We are great visualizers. We don't need candles. We just need a name, first, last name, and a date of birth. And then we can astral travel, fix your life, do what we have to do. In the ethers, right? As above, so below. And so if you fix it as above, then it creates itself below. And it causes instant, not gratification, and it causes instant responses and results in your life. However, I'm not saying that you using candles or doing candle magic is bad and that you shouldn't do it. But it's what I always tell people. Try not to use them so that you don't use things in the physical realm. Try to be more of a spiritually connected being and know that the power is within you, and that if one day you see yourself without these items, which I feel like I was not protecting myself, but learning how to do that in the last, year and a half. I've been practicing for this very moment right now, for this very moment that I'm living right now, and gaining the power that I need to gain and knowledge that I need to gain. So for my clients, I can do the work for you. I can do the work for you with the picture, firstly, for the picture of whomever, or you or whomever, whatever the situation is, the first, last name, and the date of birth. However, I am not going to offer those services. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell you I'm doing spell work for you and then I'm just out here like astral traveling and without your consent or without your knowledge of how this actually works, because it's some people nowadays are awakening to their own power, and they're baptized and they do their own thing and they go out there and they research and they do what they have to do. So it's a respect of your will. It's a respect of your willpower. It's a respect of who you are and your knowledge. So I don't like to do that without people's consent or without people knowing that there's other ways of working magic. I don't know, which witches aren't into astral traveling, or that they don't want to do that, or they don't like to do that, or they have never heard of that. I have yet to come across a witch that doesn't know that. But these skills I've also heard about and experienced them hand in hand when I was working with the gypsy or the Rome that I used to read. She used to read for me. She was my spiritual consultant at one time, my only spiritual consultant. And she would also teach me the ways. Because there's certain people that have certain traits within themselves, there's certain powers or certain abilities that just need to be awakened. Everyone has their own power. Everyone has their own ability to do the same thing that I can do. I can astral travel. You can astral travel. However, there's other people that know how to do it in a way where they're righteous. Everyone can do what the fuck I'm doing. Everyone can be a spiritual worker. However, not everyone is righteous. So I learned a lot of things, a lot of tricks of the trade that I've forced myself to forget a little bit, because I was resentful for a lot of the things that were taken away from me, which at the end I realized were never mine. It wasn't my story. So some people might say I steal their stories away from them, or do things, or whatever the case may be. But it's like I always tell people, if you do not come for me, I do not come for you. If you do not come for me, if you do not come for somebody, there will be no reaction, right? So you must have done something in the past. You must have been some sort of parasite, maybe, I don't know, done something either in this life or in the past life, and then the smack on the face was well deserved. So that's the reason why I'm not doing spell work. So I light candles for myself. I do my own meditation for myself. Um, I actually have to get in the habit of meditating at least twice or three times a day, actually. But that's why I don't offer those services as of right now. It's because of the things that are happening. Also, um, when you do that type of spell work, it's difficult because sometimes people can be they mess themselves up. They're their own worst enemy. And because I'm trying to do the work that you hired me to do, and then you go ahead and fuck it up for yourself, it's a problem, right? It's a very big problem. Also another reason why I'm not doing spell work for people is because there's people that are constantly after me, and there's certain things that I'm going through right now, so like spiritual warfare that I'm going through right now, that I would not put not even my best friends at risk. I just like stopped talking to a whole bunch of people unnotified, didn't tell them the entire story, and just took everybody the fuck off. Everybody that's like really really close to me, that I know for sure is really close to me, I have to protect, because it is my own battle. It is my spiritual battle. It is my own journey, and so I have to respect myself. I have to respect other people's boundaries, my own boundaries, and also other people's life journeys and other people's decisions, other people's willpower. And when you're being attacked and certain things are happening to you, there are certain times where, I mean, everyone always gets attacked. You're always getting attacked. If you're a spiritual worker, you're constantly getting attacked. Even if the attack is not coming from a family member, or a close friend, or somebody that you just happen to know, you have light. So you have your own light. You are the light. You are the light worker, right? Because you're a light worker. However, you are the light within the darkness. The womb is the darkness. The light is provided by the soul, or the spirit of the entity, which is you. And the spirit lives within your your Ka, your physical body. So that's another reason why people know of the things that are happening to me, and because I don't have like an altar separate for you, and for the respect, meaning you the client, and for the respect that you deserve and that you need, I'm not going to put your work at risk, right? Because sometimes people, you go through spiritual warfare even within your own self. Like right now, the spiritual warfare that I have, like despite of like any psychopath, parasite, ex-boyfriend bullshit, freaking the neighbor wanting to come from ahead, people at work, whatever whatever the case may be, I have a spiritual battle within my own self, and my own acceptance, and accepting my own journey. And so sometimes you have to like work with your own demons, and your own demons can react, or they can counter react to you wanting to heal. And that's what's happening. It's a lot of healing that's going on within me. So I'm not going to expose people to the dangers of the demons within me as of right now. Not because I can't do it, because I'm a healer, I can do it. However, there are certain limitations. There is respect and things that have to happen, and certain things that have to be respected, and people's space and people's aura. As a client, I have to protect you. I have a responsibility to protect you. And even when you call me and I'm like trying to change things in the ethers, as you're on the phone with me, as I'm meditating, as I'm taking that time, at the end of the day, you're not seeing that. And so I feel like clients right now, they are refusing to go back to the Stone Age or the Stone Era, where back in the days we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have all these colors and candles and twists and things and bottles of things to put things. No, like back in the days, people did just that. It was very magical. It was very very much connected, and we were all of one. So therefore it was easier for people to do spell work, and for people to visualize. The power was in the mind. But right now I have to also respect, it's what I'm saying, I have to respect the fact that there are phones, there is communication, there is spirituality, all intertwined within one another. So I have to respect that. As a client, I have to respect you guys. I mean, as your spiritual consultants, I have to respect that. I will not be giving people referrals. I'm not giving people referrals to like go and mess around with my spiritual consultants, or like try to see like and mess around with my spiritual consultants. It's like, if as a healer, if I'm protecting you, I'm doing healing work, I'm doing protection work, I'm doing love spells, I'm doing all this stuff for you, I have to, I'm consuming you. I'm consuming myself within your aura, within your life. You are consuming yourself within me, within the things that are happening, so that we can switch and take and bend the will of the current situation, right? And bend the will to your feet. That is what spell work is. You bend the will, situation, people to your feet. Whether you are doing love spell or not. When you do love spell for somebody, that is the biggest hex that you can do towards someone because you have to bend them to your will. And most of the time, they'll probably lose it all because you're sitting there hexing them, and so that they can come back to you, or put themselves in, or put them in a situation where they come back to you. So anyway, with that being said, there's certain things in this within spirituality that I must respect. It is all about respect, and I walk the path of righteousness. And when I am not righteous, things they just go crazy. Not that what was happening to me, it was crazy because I was causing it, because I was being unrighteous, and the reason why I got kicked out. No, it's because other people I don't allow myself to be bended. I do the bending. Okay, I bend you to my will. You do not bend me to your will. Okay, so yeah, I'm just not doing what I don't feel comfortable in doing. And if I don't want to do something, I don't do it. If I want to do it, I do it. Right? So there's a time and place for everything. Anyway, not to get drawn out of topic, but that's the reason why I'm not offering spell work. Let me think of other reasons. Okay, thought about something else. For the love spells, whether it's a honey jar that I'm doing or things like that, people need to understand what it is that you're doing when you're asking for spell work. Like, I want this to go back, I want da. If you go back with an ex, and that ex was taken out of your life by destiny, by a situation that happened, and you go back with your ex, and you're either, number one, not ready to go back with your ex, or number two, you were never supposed to end up with your ex to begin with. You are turning the wheels of fortune, or turning the wheels of your fortune against yourself, because now you are hexing yourself, because you were never supposed to be with that person to begin with, right? Or what happened to me in my past life, in my very infamous past life, that I'm now touching base on. Sometimes you are in an arranged marriage, and sometimes you are supposed to be either free or not marry somebody, but then you fall in love with somebody, and that person falls in love with you. And when that love is genuine, you fight with everything that you have towards the other people or situations that were assigned to your life, right? Or to their life. But because people have willpower, they bend the situation and or willpower of the situation or people. And I was chosen. In my past life, I didn't choose my partner. He chose me, right? So I was chosen for somebody else, and then he chose me. And so then we created our lives, our future, the very essence of love, because we generally did love one another. However, because we were playing chess, right? We were playing chess. I'm going to give you guys a little insight. So we were playing chess, and there were many, many players. And the person that was assigned to my soulmate or my twin flame to marry, he did not want that person. He did not want to be with that person. He did not give a fuck to be with that person. He didn't give a shit. He didn't want to do it because he loved me and I loved him in return. But I didn't want to be unrighteous. And so I decided that I was going to fight until the end, because I thought it was not the right thing to do. But he chose me, and I didn't realize everything that he gave up for me, everything that he left behind, everything for me. And that's true love. When somebody can just let go and shed of everything that they know to be right, or what was supposed to be right, and they just leave it behind, that to me is the greatest sign of respect, and it's the greatest sign of love that there is. And in this life, we have the opportunity to meet each other and be with one another again. So I'm very happy about that. despite everything that happens. Cookie, Cookie, we had to fix it all, Bobby. But that's my man. That's my king. That's my pharaoh. But anyway, can you see that I'm happy? Oh my gosh. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, um, yes. So in this life, we're like fixing what we did in the past life, and we're not falling for the wrong people. We're not falling for people that were never supposed to be there. So when we do spell work for people, and you do spell work, for people, you have to keep that in mind, that you are changing and the wheels of fortune are changing. And so the people that are also the client that is purchasing the reading, I mean the spell work, you have to be aware of that. Because when things start changing and you see them change and you get to the point where there is no turning back, well, there is a turning back, but at the time when things are changing and you have to let things fall into place, you have to be responsible. And a lot of clients are not responsible. They don't want to take responsibility for their actions. And they don't understand that once you cross the line of being the sheep, or being told what to do, or being placed in certain situations, everything gets destroyed. And just like you, it happened to me. It happened to me in my past life. It happened to me here. And when things are not put in the right place, and the right place meaning where you want things to be, it gets destroyed. So when you're not happy and things are not being done righteously, things get destroyed. So when you're doing love spell work or you're asking for it, know that that's what you're doing. So those are the reasons why I'm not doing spell work right now. Am I going to go back to it? Of course, because I'm an alchemist and I can handle it. I can handle doing spell work for people. I can handle changing people's lives. I can handle changing my own life around. I will alchemize things like fucking this, okay, Cookie? All right, with everything that's happening to me right now, with my move and healing work that's happening, it's a lot. But it's alchemized. It's like instantly. The fucking shit changes instantly, and it makes me so happy when I do it, because I stepped into my own power and allowed the powers from all of my past lives to connect within Madeline Martinez, and who I am today. So that's fantastic for me, and I wish that you guys will understand, and I hope that you guys can understand, especially those of you that I've left behind. But it's out of your own protection, out of your own out of me reconstructing my life, right? Sometimes you have to just go and just leave everything behind, and that's okay. And I'm sure that one day we'll meet again, or maybe not, and that's also fine with me. But for right now, Madeline needs her own time and space. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.